Thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch. This is the card we're making today, and this is the second card for the Farmhouse Christmas Stamp Kit of the month. Okay, so we are using, what is this color? Mossy Meadow. And of course it measures 8.5 by 5.5. We've got 2 pieces of Whisper White, and those are just 1/4 pieces. And this is how I'm going to stamp the image. So those that get the kit, you're going to have plenty to cut out your images. And then we've got a Whisper White layer here that measures 5.25. I'll make sure the measurements are on there, okay? I believe that's 2 inches. And then we've got Mossy Meadow again for the fence here and for this oval, scallop oval, okay? So let me score the base of the card. Place it here, and I'm going to score it at 4.25. And one of the things I failed to mention on the first video is that this time my downline, Chicks Paper Ink, is going to have an opportunity to purchase just the kit, so just the paper supplies to make these projects, okay? And all the details will be over on my website. So now what we're going to do is cut the Designer Series paper. So the kits come with 12 6x6 sheets of the Designer Series paper. So I want to cut this one. Okay, so I'm going to take the Stampin' Trimmer and I'm going to cut the Designer Series paper at 2.5 and then 5.25. Okay. So now over here on our card base, we just want to go ahead and add this to the front of the card. Okay, now the Whisper White layer here, what we want to do is take the Farmhouse Christmas framelits. I can't remember the exact name of them, but all we're going to do is place it right here on top, and we're going to trim that. Okay, so I'm going to get the Big Shot. So here's the Big Shot. I got it platform and cutting pad. And I'm just going to position this right there. This section over here that it's not touching, we're going to be covering that up with a little wreath anyway, so it will be fine. Okay, so see this piece right here? So I'm just going to freehand that one because it didn't extend. And it may not look straight, but that's okay because I said it's going to get covered up with a wreath, okay? So then we can go ahead and add that piece to the front of our card. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up. Okay, that's what it looks like. I want to make sure I don't lose this. Now let's stamp our images. I am probably going to fast forward the part where I go to color this so that we can speed this video along. So like I said, I've got an example here. So we're going to start with the house. I am stamping each of these with Memento ink on Whisper White cardstock. Okay. So here's the first one. You don't technically need this much room, but I just want to make sure that everyone has plenty. Now we're going to do the truck. I love this truck. When I was a kid, we used to have a truck like this. Okay. And then we can stamp the wreaths on this side. I don't think I got enough ink on that one. I did not. So, see, that's why I'm giving everyone plenty of cardstock. So that one's done. Now let's take the second one, and we're going to stamp the tree and the Happy Christmas. And I apologize for Elvis upstairs talking to us. Actually, he's not actually talking. He's just squawking. He can hear me down here talking, and he wants some attention. And then now, Happy Christmas. Okay. Ruh-roh. I knew I was doing that, so my image was a little dirty, so I'm just gonna redo that. There we go. So here are the Stampin' Blends. There is a very long list of them. They are posted on my website, so I will call them out as I use them. I will fast forward, like I said, because this is going to take quite a while to color all of these. So I'm going to use Crumb Cake for the top of the house here and down here, and the tree. Okay, so I'm starting with the dark. We're going to take the light Pool Party and we're going to color in the windows. Oh, and right behind the windows on the door, okay? Now we're going to take Old Olive, and we're going to color up here. Okay, now we're going to take the dark smoky slate. Oops, let's see, I got more. Okay, we are done with the house. So now on to the truck. Okay, so now the Daffodil Delight. And we're going to do the light smoky slate. Light basic black. Cherry Cobbler. Let's see. I found some spots I missed. Now we're going to take the old olive and we're going to color the tree. Okay, now we want to color the wreaths, and I'm going to go ahead and color the bow first. And if you have a magnifying light, that would be helpful for this one. I have one, but I don't know where it is. It's in a safe spot. And then I'm going to take the old olive and color it in. Okay, so all of these have been colored. Now what we're going to do is cut them out. So I've got the framelits here, the tree, the house. We're going to cut out the greeting with the oval, so the layering ovals, tree, and then the wreath. You can cut 2 of those out. And then we're going to be cutting out Mossy Meadow with these 2. So I'm going to get the Big Shot and we'll cut all these out. I'm going to start with the oval here. So that's this one. Next, I'm going to cut out the Happy Christmas Wishes with the oval. And if I can get this tree to cooperate, I'm going to cut it at the same time. Sometimes they like to attract each other and they will go in weird directions. Now we're going to cut out the truck that maybe I called a tree earlier. I'm not sure. And one. Well, nope, that one's not going to work. And then let's see if we can do the house at the same time. Okay, so now we want to cut out the fence, and what I want to do is just take an extra piece of cardstock and place that down and cut out the fence. And what that does is it makes it thicker so that you don't have to use the die cut brush. You could use the die cut brush if you want to, but I'm not. Let's see. Okay, so the fence is right here. And that's going to go, let's see, right about there. But we want to add our tree first. So I'm going to recommend that you guys just kind of play around with this and get it exactly where you want it before you add adhesive to it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and attach the Christmas greeting to the scallop oval. Okay. We can go ahead and attach the house because we kind of know exactly where that's going to go. It's kind of limited, right? Let's see, right about there. Okay, And then next the tree. So if you can see, the lowest branch is going to come right above the snow, okay? So I'm just going to turn that over and put some adhesive. You do want to use your liquid adhesive for this, or your Xyron if you have one. Okay. Next is going to be your fence. So you can tell, if you look here on the sample, the fence comes just a little bit past the edge of the house, okay? So you want to use your liquid glue or your favorite glue. I'm going to take my liquid glue. Okay, I'm not going to be too concerned about getting this perfect because this is my sample, but that should be enough to hold it down for me. Make sure there's nothing on there. The liquid glue does, oh, it looks like I'm a little crooked. That's okay because the rest of these layers will cover it up. So I'm going to add 2 dimensionals to the Happy Christmas. And then we're going to use our little mini dimensionals for the wreaths. 1, 2, who knows where the third one is? It will surface in just a minute. Okay, here's the third one. Okay, and so then the truck is going to go right about there. So we're going to put a couple dimensionals on the back. And I think we're done. All that coloring took a while. Okay, so let's compare them. This is the original. Well, let's put the original over here. The one we just made over here. Not too shabby. The only thing is my fence is crooked. I should have used a ruler. Anyway, super cute, right? All the details about my stamp kit of the month are over on my website. Have a great day. Thanks a lot.